people didn't do what I did, or they wasn't me in the game. So you got to realize I seen $1 million in street cash, but I also made millions in real estate. I knew the type of money that we was making as kids and all this and that, but a lot of people were stuck when I got back in the same thing. So it was like Twilight Zone.
How is he responsible for On My Mama?
Couldn't do nothing with him, man. I had to actually, like, we had to press my guy, like, man, you got to let him go.
Yeah.
You can't put no money behind him because he's actually with a major right now, right? And he's just sitting, and he stupid. Not knowing when I make 5 songs, they gonna be hits.
What?
They don't be all in the street. There's only a couple ways to get in the industry. Either you're gonna just have a hot song like we did that they gotta put you in, you still gonna get blackballed a little bit, or you gotta touch these hands.
What's one of the biggest deals you say y'all got offered that maybe y'all turned down?
I turned down everybody because I had money. Actually talked about something that was just in the industry on how you can go #1 or put the money in the right place to go behind your song. So back then, my biggest deal I was getting ready to do was before it was a multi-million-dollar deal with Mazay and a couple of other people getting the game out. Like, you can get a #1 record, you spend the right money.
Wow.
So it costs you. You know, he had just lost Jeezy. His pickup rebound was Gucci.
Yeah.
It ain't no different than the league. Mm-hmm. Got a million people trying to get through the door. Mm-hmm. Only so many people that's gonna get through the door.
Right.
Y'all gotta start building relationships with each other. It's like a union. Yeah. Checking in, episode 51, Moguls in the Making, man. We in the building, checking out stories about me, my life, how I came, did the Monkey Boy, MBE, Mr. Dance, the whole 9, real estate, whatever it is. We talking about getting money, man, and how we gonna still get money. Let's get it. Episode 51.
Yo, what's good, y'all, man? We back. Another episode, Moguls in the Making. We in the building. Episode 51, man. We done crossed that half-century mark, man. We still going. We going crazy. Got a special guest for y'all in the city today, man. I'm your host, Catch a Bag.
And I'm your most lovely, your most handsome, your most gracious host, Legacy _T, a.k.a. Geechee, a.k.a. T, a.k.a. Top Shelf T, a.k.a.
T-Bag.
Nah, hold up. See, don't you ever pause for one. For one, pause. Don't you ever
My bad, dog.
interrupt my intro with some ignorant shit like that.
Damn.
Don't do it, bro.
My bad.
That's the last time you do that shit. I was going, bro, like I was on the road.
You was.
I feel like, I feel like I might have had a verse coming. We got something for y'all today for that. Might have had a verse coming for y'all ass. But nah, man, I'm happy to be here. Episode 51, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's kind of talk to him about what's going on in the business first, and then we'll get into our guest.
Man, business, man, it's been going good, man. We just hired 2 new people. I think y'all know that. My headphones is like bugging a little bit, I swear. All right, I'm good. Cool. So we hired 2 new people, man. They rolling well too. You know, they've been kind of going back and forth. We hired 2 new acquisition managers, and they doing well, man. So we got, it's real full in the office right now. It's rowdy in there. People hype. We excited. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Going into the new year, going into the summer. We had a deal on the table. Crazy enough, man. That's why you got to continue to keep sharpening your skills and keep perfecting what you're doing, right? Because we had a lady that came through our system, one of the leads that came through this past week. She just bought her house 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she want to move out of her house already. No, dead ass want to move out of her house. It's
no
a nice,
deaths, no nothing like that either.
Nice house. B plus area, 100% a rental that, me and Tia would keep. We'll figure out what exit strategy we want to do on the back end, but it's a subject to opportunity. So going into the second quarter, we're going to really start to vamp that out and really make sure that all of our acquisition people and Dispo know how to sell, and get properties under contract subject to, man. So I was, we had another one too, but that one right there was just a crazy story.
Yeah, that was a wild story, and I think that's just being able to have different tools in your tool belt. Because a lot of guys that's gonna take that deal, they're gonna say, well, I mean, there's no equity in it, so there's nothing we can do for you besides refer you to an agent. Now we're gonna take that same deal and we're gonna get it under contract subject to. She don't want any money to move out of the house. She just want to be out of the house, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get it for $0 basically. Take that loan over subject to. and her mortgage is something around $1,750 or something like that, we could probably get that on a lease to own with about $15,000 or $20,000 down from a person that will come in. That $15,000 to $20,000 down comes to us, and then we're actually gonna rent that out. I mean, it's gonna be they're gonna be paying that property off over a certain amount of time, and we're gonna be making about $400 to $500 a month, and we don't have any maintenance because they're buying the property. So like that's what we mean by having different tools in your belt, right? But when it comes to that, I think that's a really good opportunity. We got another one that followed up right after that. That was a subject to opportunity. So he's like, this must be a sign that we need to definitely tune them up on that. But also, you know, on the negative side of things. So I know we always talk about good stuff that's happening in the business, but like let's be intentional about, you know, there is ups and downs in business, right? So we had a deal fall off the table literally at the closing table.
Yeah, we was put a lot of work in too.
Put a lot of work in to get the property to the closing table. It always seems, and it's something that everybody in this business really say is, man, and it's true. I know it's cliche, but like it's the smallest deals that you making the least money on. They're the hardest to get to the closing table. Like it's weird. It's like, damn, we do a $50,000 assignment fee deal. And I mean, it's the smoothest you ever seen a deal go. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, tenant moved out on time. He's calling me like, "Hey, I'm out 2 days early. Just want to let you know." Then we do a deal. We making $8,500, and we got to go up there, unlock the doors up in Arcadia, Indiana, in the code, and trying to find. And somebody stole the lockbox. All it's like, come on, all of this for that. And then at the end of the day, they still don't close on it. So. We still working on that deal, so we still we had a backup buyer actually that was interested in it. So hopefully we still get it sold. But I'm saying those are the negative things that can happen during business, but you can't take that and be like, all right, well, I'm done with this. This don't work. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind as you go throughout this business, wholesaling, flipping, rental properties, whatever it is, there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, right? So prepare for it the right way.
Yeah, man. It's cost of doing business, man. That's what you got to chuck it up as. It's cost of doing business.
Most definitely.
Everything ain't going to go right. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be ebb and flows, wins and losses, waves of everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at as far as the business go. But overall, man, you know, everybody in the office, we ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't, you know what I'm saying, worried about that at all. We going to keep moving, keep stacking wins, and control the controllables, and we can control our effort, attitude, you know, all that good stuff, man. So that's how we rocking over in the office and stuff like that. That's what they doing right now. But
without further ado,
man, today, man, we got a real Naptown legend in the building, man. If you're from the city, you definitely know who this is. If you don't know who it is, you definitely heard
exactly
who this is, even if you don't know who this is. So, T, man, I'll let you kind of, you know, bring them in, man. Who we got in the session today, man?
Man, we got my guy, G, we got G Fresh in the building, man. We appreciate you, man, for coming down and messing with us.
What's up?
Man, I gotta jump into it on this. I know we always gotta say what you got going on right now, but I want to just come in and say, like, a lot of people that I talk about in the music industry in particular, and he's not just an artist, by the way. Yeah, so this is just on the music side of stuff that I'm talking about, is a lot of people say, bro, like, you brought that, you was really the pioneer of, like, everybody in Nap coming together on the music tip.
Right.
Like you brought a lot of people together, a lot of dudes that was nice, that had talent in the city and stuff like that. And you gave them favors and you did this from, like, everybody say that. Where did that really come from, bro? Like, because we was talking to Tone on here when we brought him on the podcast, and he was just like, because he used to be like that with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I wasn't even an artist, but I was hooping at the time. He used to be like, well, that dude's so cool, though. Like,
bring
he ain't getting nothing from me.
Kick it,
I was like, damn.
Watching the process, you
know. 100%.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from, man? Like,
and that's come, you know, just good. You know, hospitality, man, neighborhood hospitality, man. Like, you know, you ain't never had to be from the same neighborhood, man, to show hospitality or just show good guys a different time or to get to know you personally, right? So the first bit of getting to know you personally is just coming around and you see how you operate, You see what I'm saying? So whatever you do.
Exactly.
Start seeing the process so people can understand you.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? That was always one of my biggest things, man. Come and kick it with us, man. You know, just get to know us a little bit. And so, you know what I mean? You get comfortable with us and just know we're all right guys.
See how we rocking.
Yeah, that don't mean we best friends. We got to get down together. We got to do business together, but you'll see who you're dealing with.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's where that come from, man. So he was, you know, Tone just really a likable guy, man. He really crafty about what he do. Big ups to Naptown, you know, Napa Nothing, man, my little brother, man. He
absolutely.
He really passionate about everything he does, man. So his thing is always come and kick it with me. Let me show you. He don't mind showing you none of that. And I've always done that with him.
Yeah.
You know, nice. And his vibe, man, his word usage choice, like it's only one tone, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Nasty. Yeah.
His energy. I think the biggest thing is his energy too.
But that was the whole process and everything that we did. Like what y'all see in Napa Nothing, man, a lot of that was like a lot of our wordplay from each other. And Tone was just always an advocate, man, of making everything work for him. Like with clothes, CDs, music. So we would always take something, we put them on shirts.
Right.
Like any of our verses, anything that we might be saying in the studio that people couldn't relate to, it'll be on a shirt. It'll be on a shirt and because it'll be in Tone's music.
100%.
So he just took that, man. That's really what Napa Nothing originated to. Like, out of his music and his wordplay and stuff we were saying in the studio to each other. And start selling it. He started selling content from just us talking. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so,
still
you know
stuff. It's crazy because that's still stuff that I would hear y'all say back then. That now that's literally like just how people talk.
Right.
In that.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's crazy, but like
you know
it became the
culture of that.
No question.
That's some real deal pioneer shit. So shout out to you for that, man, for sure. But ready to. Man, he want to know what's going on.
First, talk to me, man. Talk your shit, man. The viewers, this for the viewers. They want to know what all you got your hands into right now. What all have you done? Right. Talk your shit.
Man, I started at a really young age, man. So we're getting this, you know, this paper chasing, man. You know, grew up on the west side, Howellville, you know what I mean? Right down the street from the biggest event of the world, Indianapolis 500. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, my whole thing, man, just come from growing up around a lot of hustlers. Yeah. Growing up around a lot of hustlers that was in my family. Watching them, man, wanting to be like that. You see what I'm saying? And not knowing now that we was actually wiring ourselves wrong or doing the wrong input, but that just come with age, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So like with me, man, I was just chasing the bag. I just knew at a very, very young age that I wanted to have something.
Right. But I gotta ask you though. You already know I'm about to ask you. You know it's coming.
Go ahead.
I done heard the story that you had a meal ticket.
Yeah.
At 16?
Yeah, it wasn't actually 16, man. It was more
16
so like I was around that type of money. I seen it, but like I didn't actually have my first. Me and my brothers, man, we probably did it like it was like 19.
He's still saying, hey, hold on real quick.
you had a million. He's
19. Still saying like, yeah, I thought he was about to say, you know, it was 29.
Nah, it wasn't 29, man.
He
like,
said it was 19, like that was regular. M at 19.
But on hindsight,
not in the league.
But on hindsight, like we jumped off the porch so early that a lot of guys in my neighborhood was already touching that type of money at a young age. It was just running through our hands. We wasn't having nobody like saying like you gotta actually put some of this up, put that up. You know, snap. So with us, we never knew what the goal was. We just knew we wanted the money. So as we stacking and packing the money, you know what I'm saying? We just me and my brother, we just happened to look up and just had it. And it wasn't no big deal. It was like it wasn't like, damn, you know, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like we can put this up. You know what I'm saying? And damn, I just bought a BMW, I just bought an Escalade, I just bought this. I got like 5 luxury cars, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's next for me? You know what I'm saying? I got properties, I got this, I got that. So I didn't at the age, but you got to also understand though, I was a little bit different. I actually went to school. I graduated on time. I played football. I went to Albany State University. A couple of years for playing football. Came home to get that money again. You see what I'm saying? So I took a break. Before the actual.
So you was doing that, and then you stopped.
Yeah,
hustling to go to school.
I went to school and came back. I took a couple years back.
What made you do that though?
I had a scholarship.
You
man.
wasn't just like fuck that shit, like nigga, you like because you wanted to play.
Well, because this was the thing. Like, you know, we still had parents that cared back then, so I feared my grandma. You know what I'm saying? I feared my grandma. I was in the streets, but like it wasn't having my way. Like I hid my whole situation from getting money with my mom for a long time.
Hey, that helped you out a lot, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I had people like in my life that, and then, you know, back then they was telling you that the other way to make it was sports.
Right.
So you're like, damn, I ain't got to do this no more. I make it in sports. I'm instant million.
Absolutely.
Right. So like the narrative was to get out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
but that's not the and that's not the narrative. I feel like nowadays, like a lot of people, you know, how old are you, G?
Right? Huh?
How old are you?
Man, I'm early 40.
Okay, early 40. Because I'm saying, but anybody that I talked to that was out there, that's let me say,
right,
40 and up, 35 and up.
Yeah,
that was the goal. That was always the goal. The goal wasn't ever to get the bread. Now you had some dudes that just, hey man, they just ain't gonna never move out of their hoods. Right. But I'm saying like, or leave their situation. They just love it that much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the goal was to get out of the situation that you was in. Family. It wasn't to say, hey, I do this.
We were
I'm happy
still trying to
it.
save our family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were still trying to, at that age and back then, you know what I'm saying? The narrative of getting out was to save your family.
Exactly.
Help your guys. Help everybody around you to become that too.
See, let me ask you this though: how many, as the journey start going on, y'all really start getting to it? Y'all really start getting money?
Yeah.
How much of that vision actually changed though?
My narrative
from people that you seen that was like,
my vision never changed.
like I'm saying as far as the get money part, right? Like say, okay, cool. Now we up now. I can be done, or we up now. Now my mama shouldn't be over here.
Yeah.
But she still is though.
Right. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, kind of like in my circumstances, I ain't gonna say for a lot of people, because I had to also realize that I will, you know, it came to find out for myself that a lot of people didn't do what I did, or they wasn't me in the game. So you got to realize I seen $1 million in street cash, but I also made millions in real estate and business. So, you know, coming back. So I made monies on both sides of the fence early in age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By the time I was 25, 27 years old, I was trying to build subdivision. That's what a lot of
who
people
put you, who put you on this shit though?
Yeah, and I was going to own the whole subdivision, and that's how I came to sit at the table with Bill Mays and Mr. Lacey Johnson and Trotter Construction.
Now you're talking real pioneers.
A lot of these guys that was already
Lacey
OGs in the
that's
game. I was sitting at the table with at an early age, you know what I mean, trying to build my own subdivision, trying to spend. I lost $500,000 on that deal, just being a street kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was learning. I was learning that even trying to get out and get on this legit side, I was getting ate up by a shark on that side. It was sharks in the water.
On both sides.
It just wasn't that easy just to transition and be legit. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question about that, because it seemed like I want you to kind of explain this, because you, like you said, you had a scholarship.
Yeah.
My pops kind of had a similar story when it came to that. Same thing, business side of stuff was getting bread too at the same time.
Yeah, shout out to the pop, man. Good
Hunter. Shout out Pops. He clowning. I'm mad at him right now though. But anyway, nah, I'm just messing around. He came and took this whip away from me, but nah. But nah, he had the same, like he went to school. He didn't really get started really like on that, but until he came back, like he was a super hooper. You know what I'm saying? He could really hoop. Went to college, was really hooping and stuff. They was like, man, go to the league. Like I came back home, went to the hood, and I'm like, getting this type of paper?
Same thing happened to me.
So he was like, nah, hold up, this done changed. Hold up. Like, so then they like, it got to a point where they went back down to school, and then a week later they just said, I'm done, and came back. So he, same thing, went to school 2 years, all of that stuff. But he had a chance to try to go to the league and all of that. But how he said that they was looking at it was like, damn, they done there making more money than the ball players. Like, it was different back then, like what the NBA was making. They wasn't thinking legit and not legit.
Well, mine was different. I came home and it was kind of like, I seen like, what was that? What was it called? When the same people was doing the same things. It was like we were stuck.
I saw
like
that.
It was stuck. Like, I'm thinking in my head that
Hell yeah.
I knew the type of money that we was making as kids and all this and that, but a lot of people were stuck when I got back in the same thing. So it was like Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, I want to go on the block. I'm like, damn, I think this nigga should be on this.
Right,
he should be
it's
doing
the
this
same-
now. He should be
same
doing that.
shit.
And he was
Same
doing the
shit, it's a
same
mindset.
exact thing. So
No
I was
elevation.
like, nah, I ain't about to be getting no 30, 100,000 and then be back on spending 5,000 to get to 30 again. I'm like, nah, I gotta get to the 250. That's when, you know, the kicked in, like, I ain't gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to take it serious. You know, and also we need a cushion. If anything happened, we need to know that we all right and all my guys is cool.
Yeah.
Like, everybody gonna make it. You feel me?
100%.
So, you know, for a good lawyer, we knew the tab was at least 30,000.
Straight
Right.
So I couldn't spend 30,000 be broke again.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I need to have 30,000 for how many guys I had around me. So it's gonna be 200,000 if we get us some funk. You see what I'm saying?
can't
Everybody
even
got to
touch
get
that.
home.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
just to get home. So,
And everybody
you
wasn't
know,
thinking like that.
Yeah, so I started changing my narrative and thinking when he got back into the hood, and I got to seeing everybody still gambling on the street, gambling, doing this on the block, doing that on the block. I'm like, nah, man, we was doing that 5 years ago.
Right.
I thought I was missing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
You thought it had turned up. Came
And I
back
kinda
in the same
came back.
situation.
And I kind of came back on a. I wasn't even supposed to get back, but I was so good at the point. Like with sports, I was trying to get back because I had an opportunity to go to IU, and I was just gonna go in. I had the red shirt my first year down at Albany State, so so coming back, I was supposed to go right in and be on the start, and they was changing coaches and all that. And,
At IU.
and so when I got back, they made me sit out because they said the academics in Albany State, like I was going to all HBCU, so I was going to black school, and they were saying they weren't on the level, so they was gonna make me sit out 6 months again.
Damn.
like, man, what the
Why? Just
fuck?
because the course levels and stuff like that, they
'Cause the
feel they
course
didn't
levels,
match
they
right.
didn't match,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
they do. They
then
will play
boom.
that. Yeah.
I got a baby on the way.
That changed your whole
So
perspective.
that
right there.
changed
Yeah.
everything. So I had a choice to either take care of this kid or go to school and try to live out this dream. I chose to be a
At
father.
that moment, though, did that shit damn near crush you?
Nah.
Not like,
Nah.
it made us. Did it? Was you like, man? Fuck, I might have to get it. Like, explain that period though. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Because
the-
you
you
just red shirt,
Yeah.
didn't play. Next
Yeah.
one, grades fucked up, can't play. Boom, baby.
And
was you like,
And
man,
you gotta
cool, fuck
realize,
this
and
shit.
you gotta realize back then it was so much politics to get into the league.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Totally
Like,
different
right
now.
size, right height, right this, right that, right that. You know what I'm saying? It was, but that's when it started changing too, because you know all that didn't really matter no more. Now I'm in a transition, so for me, it was a decision of take care of your child or chase the dream and don't get the bag. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I wouldn't weigh an option. I just took, I got to take care of my kid. It ain't about me no more.
Right,
Yeah.
for sure.
So you know what I'm saying? And then to come to find, this is the craziest thing. So as I find out about one kid, I find out that I almost got 2-year-old too this month.
Damn.
I had 2 at once.
Mm.
So I couldn't
For
have no
real?
time to chase no dream. I
Yeah.
got this reality sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So like I want you to speak to that just a little bit, and then we're gonna hop off of this topic though,
Right.
and move forward on. But because Omari kind of you sparked something in me when you said that, because I feel like that actually a lot of people think that they may, because same thing happened to me. I'm not saying I was like that or nothing like that. I'm saying, but I was overseas. I came back home. I'm like I'm working out to go back overseas again, and then I have a son, right? No, I had a son actually my first year over there. But when I found out that we was having them and all of that, like it was kind of like it never dwelled upon me like that. Like my first instinct was like, oh shit, I better jump into gear. Like I gotta go get it. And I don't have no time to waste. Like if this don't work, I need to jump to this. If this don't work, I need to jump to this. Like something gotta shake.
Yeah, it ain't about you no more.
It wasn't about me no more. And soon as I lost that part of me, things started to happen like well for me actually.
Yeah.
Damn,
Like better
real.
for me. Yeah. Like I know it wasn't on the side of the streets and shit like that, but like I'm saying like I was like, you know what? that's why I moved to California. Like that was one of the decisions. I was like, man, I just need to get out of Nap right now. Like it wasn't even like I was just like, man, I'm just sitting around. Same thing. I came back. I was like, everybody's still doing what they was doing damn near 3 years ago.
Right.
I'm like,
what else
damn.
going on out here? You know what
So
I'm saying?
I feel like when people do have kids, at first, you know, because especially on the black community, like, you know, your mama always, man, don't go down there getting them girls pregnant and whoop. But because they don't want you to be out here wilding, right? Yeah. But when it happens, they be the first one that's going to be with you. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be with you through it. You know what I'm saying? I think the part of that is like in the black community is like, hey, man, now you really in drive, though. Like, you in the driver's seat now for somebody. You know what I'm saying? First, everything was a play around, but now you are in the driver's seat and you responsible for this person's life.
In the store. At the
and
end
they
of
got
the
your
day.
DNA.
No, it's true what they say. Life is a gift. You see what I'm saying? So the gift and the reward, man. So it installs something in you, man. And because it's just like you got to choose to want to live or be out here and crash out. You know what I'm saying? So when you bring in a life, it's a gift too. This right here gonna change you forever. You know what I mean? It did me. I don't know for a lot of people, but I didn't want to be the father that I didn't have. I didn't have my father. My father was doing a life bit. You see what I'm saying? And he didn't never get to see a game that I ever played.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Likewise. That's the same thing. Not that my dad wasn't involved, but same thing. When he left when I was 7 years old, he didn't come home until I was a sophomore at Purdue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all of that, he just next thing you know, he can see us in the newspaper, he can say something like that, but he don't actually get to see none of my games all the way throughout high school, all of that, the whole situation. Never got to see a game. I was like, that was one reason why I stopped playing overseas. I'm like, I'm this far away. I'm like, the bread really ain't sounding right now. Like, it's gonna take me a good 3-4 years to get to the real bread out there. And I'm like, the politics out there and all of that, I swear I just said, man, you know what? Like, I need to just go ahead and make my own way right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, this is it. Yeah, I need to take control of my shit now. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's real. But
that's dope, though. But let's move on from that. So, my question is, when did you get involved in the music?
How the music started.
Yeah, how did that start?
In the mix.
Listen, so crazy story. Like, you know, like, so by me obtaining, man, and I had an uncle in my life, man, that would have me. He was real big in the game from up north, so he was already kind of lightweight around it. So I kind of, you know, music is in all of us. Coming out of the projects, you got DJs right in the middle of the projects playing music. Everything's centered around the culture of music. You know what I'm saying? So it was always just installed in me. And my mom used to sing, man. So she was in groups and stuff when I was growing up. So I would go to all her rehearsals and stuff like that. So with that being said, so late 90s stuff coming back, man. When I was in Atlanta, so Albany's like a 2-hour away from Atlanta. Yeah. So I'm around a lot of guys that was a part of Goody Mob and all them down there. So like these my guys, like, you know what I'm saying. So
damn, I didn't know that.
We still going like we catching the very end of Freakniks and stuff.
Right.
So when we getting to go up to Atlanta, kick it, you know what I'm saying. It's a culture. So So with that being said, my thing was like, man, how I bust the door open. So you know what I'm saying. So way before people even was knowing who I was or what I was doing, I was behind a lot of guys. I was behind helping out Jimmy Max, all that back then. Was sitting at the table just seeing how things work. So when I first acquired, the crazy story is, I end up, my first people I signed was with we're gonna get into that, was Riddles and Nappyville.
Right? That was the first people you signed?
Riddles and Nappyville. So Riddles and these guys were so ahead of their time.
For real?
Like, man, listen, bro. Like the stuff y'all see now was them. The tight clothes.
Right.
The rapping and stuff and all that. That was them. 10 years before their time.
Right.
Y'all seen Lil Wayne do it. And then it became the culture of tight jeans, and tight shirts, and
but they was already really on to that.
Already on that.
Yeah.
When we getting searched by the labels is asking us like, damn, like we get it, but like y'all look European. They tell me y'all look like y'all from Europe and got the scarves on and but they rapping about cars, music, hood. That you know, and they got music on the radio.
Too. Yeah.
Radio already. We on A rotation already when I sign these kids. You know what I'm saying? And Riddle's at the point like when I got him first actually, and I'm taking him in Atlanta, riding through. I'm already around people like Jazzy Faye and in touch with people in the industry because at the time I'm living in between Houston, Miami, and Nap. So I'm moving around.
Damn.
So, you know, in LA, and then we already got people on Def Jam that we kicking it with, like this good people that we just around.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm going to see if I can make something happen. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So I ended up getting Riddle signed to a guy that had, one of our partners, he had Ray Cash at the time.
Okay.
So I couldn't really do nothing with him. He sat for a long time. But now let's go back and fast forward. Riddles is responsible for On My Mama.
Oh,
what? Yeah. He's responsible for
in what way?
Nappyville. So Nappyville take him off. He's responsible that he's
hold
behind.
On, G. Hold on.
He's did about 3 or 4 Debo CDs.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Pause. Wait a minute. Rewind.
Like this kid.
So
right
he didn't just leave and then not
this
come
for the
back.
City. This for the city. Rewind.
Yeah.
How
Genius.
is he responsible for On My Mama? Let's start there first.
Let me tell you, like, so it was kind of a crazy thing because I got him signed and I couldn't do nothing with him, man. I had to actually, like, we had to press my guy, like, man, you got to let him go.
Yeah.
You can't put no money behind him because he's actually with a major right now, right? And he's just sitting and he's stupid. And Riddle's, not only is a producer, but he rap. He's everything.
Yeah.
He's everything. You know what I mean? Including with Nappyville.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I got 2 of the hottest things going right now. And guess what though? So now I'm gonna tell you where they come from. They up under Ready Rock.
Oh shit.
Trill Tight.
Right.
All these guys, a lot of these guys come from Ready Rock.
Y'all getting some real Naptown history right now.
A lot of this, you know,
Okay,
so I'm coming out of the Jimmy Mack thing. So I'm like, what am I gonna do for these kids? I'm like, man, I just know that these kids is it. I gotta help them kick the door open, right? Yeah. So,
but you not actually getting on tracks and stuff during this time, okay?
No. So I sit down with Ready Rock and B Swift at the time. So you gotta realize these guys ain't even really on the radio.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
Kids,
they're young.
They hanging with them. So they even younger and they hanging with them and sitting over at their house all the time, right? Making music. So I'm like, man, listen, hey, we need to go on. So B Swift like, man, shit, if you gonna sign them, go ahead and sign them. So I signed Nappyville, put a chain on them. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when I did that, it leveled up. We immediately start moving around. They already got a song on the radio.
Exactly.
This shouldn't be too hard, right?
Yeah.
We got called at every label. So it got to going through their head though. They young, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you around real money. You staying in the best hotels. Now I'm taking them on extravagant stuff. You going to Houston? We live in mansions. We get the best resorts, the best cars, the best. I live in there. They was so comfortable that they felt like it wasn't no more work to put in. We got rap bands. We got material. We got studios downtown. You know what I'm saying? We the hottest niggas out here. So they got lazy. So that's where me and Tone came.
Oh shit! So you feel like how long was that little run with them though?
Oh man, forever. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta realize Monkey Boy started like
No. I'm talking about with I'm talking about before Tone. Yeah,
before Tone, we was out here running like 5 years.
Damn.
Before
I'm a
you
baller.
and Tone
I'm a baller was on the radio.
Yeah.
I'm a baller. Hey, I'm your dude. We ran big rims on the old school. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Take 'Em Off was the hottest thing, the hottest record that never made it out the colleges.
Right.
Put Take 'Em Off on right now.
Yeah.
You know
Straight up.
That's crazy.
So,
Straight up.
Yeah.
So y'all was rocking for like 5 years. They kind of like,
years.
they kind of get a little bit lazy, and you like,
I'm like, man,
I need to
do
pivot.
something. Like, we got studios, but so just think, like, at the time when these the hottest guys, these are the only guys that can mix your stuff down, record you where you can hit radio at the time. So guess who all hanging in our studio? Mike E, Debo, all the rappers that you see now, the next ups are already there as well. I'm seeing these guys perform their crafts in our studios because these the guys they got to go through.
Yeah. Right.
Producing the beats, mixing them down, recording them, making them sound good. You know what I mean? So I got the kids.
It was that.
I got the geniuses. You know what I'm saying? So Nappyville bring me tone. Dang. They bring me tone. We on a tour bus headed to Milwaukee for a show. I'm like, man, who is this? This kid got something. I see something like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I want to sign him. I said, listen, that's what I do. I make him part of Monkey Boy, but true, Nappyville, we can be part of it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm signing him. And I want the producer, which is Swift the Gift.
Yeah.
So Swift the Gift responsible for Pyrex Guru, a lot of my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta realize first 5 songs I put on a CD was on the radio. Y'all just heard on my mama. So I had I hustle with OJ the Juice. I had a Pyrex Guru. I had Nonfiction. And I had like 5 songs on CD then when I first came out.
Damn.
So
but what I'm saying is, like, was they just grabbing it, or was that kind of like a marketing plan of yours that really got you like radio play? You know what I'm saying?
So the thing was,
right. That's a good ass question too.
I got on them. It was a
strap right there.
Right.
We had a label meeting. And I was getting on Nappyville and said, hey, y'all, we got to do something. We got to go to the next thing. Like, what we doing? We spending all this money. We got all this money sitting. Y'all got all this material in the studio. I tell y'all what, I'm going to show y'all how to hustle. This ain't no different than anything I do. Right. I'm going to make it be the biggest thing in the world. You make me a beat, and boom. So I go to Miami. I come back. Riddle's like, hey, where you at? It's Riddle's. At the time, I'm getting Goldie Patron. Goldie Patron had already been working with Jeezy and everybody in Atlanta, Coach K and all these people, right? So he come home, I'm signing him too. So it's me, him, Tone, we the new guys about to get out. So he like, look, so he spent the narrative. Like, you need to go first, Fresh. You got the money. People in Atlanta, it's being met all these guys.
Oh, that whole time,
It's easy. I'm going to do everything. Get in here with me. So boom, that was the narrative we went with.
So not knowing
when I make 5 songs, they gonna be
hits.
What? They gonna be all in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
You wasn't even trying to really rap. You was just trying to make put shit together and put them on.
I was trying to give them some energy.
Exactly.
You was going motivate
baby
them. I was trying to motivate. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Damn, JC, you was going baby route. I
was trying to motivate them to keep going. So because we was too close, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in the midst of me trying to motivate them, I strike out in the streets. We on the tour bus. We get back. I got the tour bus down doing all the big events.
Yeah.
We get right off the tour bus, had the CDs in the streets and everything, classics, all that. Anybody that know what was going on, MBE, we gonna have 50 dudes out there with the MBE shirts, all in the streets, all in the clubs. We on every event. And what I'm gonna say is like, you gotta also create these relationships because all these DJs that wasn't even popping in, they the ones running shit now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to realize we around Trail Tight. So all DJ Cash, everybody, even everything coming up under them,
they drop
these are all our guys
everywhere.
now. B Swift run on the radio, Ray Rock on the radio. They run the circuit now. So you know what I'm saying? These are the guys. So
it was next up.
They next up. So you never know who you know. Being cool with, showing a good time, and I'm taking them wherever we at, they there.
Yeah.
So they on the
tour
bus.
So this all comes down there full circle for you.
It's coming full circle. So
the next wave of
not even knowing. So B Swift, Ray Rock, these guys, I'm taking them on the road with me everywhere I'm going. They doing the shows.
Yeah.
So because they know the music. You know what I'm saying? So that we in Miami having a good time. It's all on me. So they living it up. So, you know what I mean? So this family, this all a family narrative that I'm pushing to this very day.
But that's a lesson for the listeners too, man. We talked about this a lot. We talk about this a lot. It comes full circle for a lot of the guys that we have on here, the successful guys that we have on here, bro, is if you a good dude and you good to people and you blessing others, it come back tenfold. Like, it really do. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't realize this, but like a lot of people when they pray, they just praying for themselves. Like, God, can you give me this? Can you do this for me or whatever it is? And whatever your religion is, whatever you or who you pray to, you know, like you'll see when you start praying and doing stuff for others that things start getting done for you. You're like, damn, that end up going through for me. Like, this end up going through for me, or this person blessed me now. Like
the gift that keeps on giving.
The gift that we might have to keep that one on here.
Motherfucker was a bar.
We might have to start using that one.
You done put a mic in front of G. He done woke back up.
Hey man,
he done woke back up. T.
The gift that keeps on giving. Not for real. Not for real. So take that as a lesson though. Like understand that. Like the energy that you give out, you getting back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up though, because that's what I was talking about earlier in the podcast. Is that's what I hear from everybody. B Swift, like I said, Tone them, Debo them, like all of them. They talk highly. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's dope, man. That you was able to really bring everybody together. Not even really knowing that, hey, I'm doing all this together. I'm just showing love to everybody. If y'all around,
and it reached our way from it. So and I broke the narrative of neighborhood stuff.
Yeah.
So because when nobody on the label really signed from Hallville, wasn't nobody I was coming in interaction with from Hallville. Hallville kids, they was talented too. I just so happened to be picking these kids, and then they'll be in the club with me.
Yeah.
So we was all there, but when I say that is because everybody that you see now was on my platform. So Scooty was kid that came in with Nappyville. I met him through Nappyville on our tour bus. You see what I'm saying? When you gotta realize with Lil E and Playboy and all them, these people been around me, seeing me, and I was showing them a way and showing them how we supposed to be moving. And that rubbed off on all of them.
I feel like, man, that's real similar to like how they be talking about Gucci in Atlanta. Yeah. Like if you hear like how Thug and them talk about Gucci and them in Atlanta, like they be like, we should just be at Gucci studio. He used to be like, hey man, look here, man, you need to change. What you need? You straight? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why they all kind of mess with him still to this day. You know what I'm saying? Even through the fallouts and all of that, it was just like, hey, bro was always solid with us. Like all of them, Pee Wee, Long Way,
Little Scooter, and you got to realize like the shit that I'm doing. I'm a real guy out here. Y'all see me riding Bentleys and big cars and jewelry on my neck at the time. Was draped up, and you could touch me. You could
that's
touch
different.
me. You know what I'm saying?
That.
I gotta say, and I wasn't just sitting in Hallville where you couldn't talk to me. I was scared, like we don't fuck with Hallville. It was like I was out. You know what I'm saying?
And G, that's it. Just for me coming up as a young homie and shit. Like that's where the static was in the city. You know what I'm saying? And then not to get into crazy detail about it, but like what I'm saying, even before that, because my sister, she got a decade on me ahead of me, and she was like, they was getting so much money in like the early 2000s, like that shit. Like motherfucker just come in, just buy shots for everybody. Everybody in the room, bro. Like on some little mini BMF shit.
That's how I made it hard for everybody, bro.
And G, I was there, and then I'm seeing that. You know what I'm saying?
It was different. Like that's what I would do. I would make sure everybody good.
And then you know what I'm saying, like Big Roy and all of them. You feel me around and all of that. Brothers, you know what I'm saying, and. You know what I mean? Like it was different. It was a little vibe. It was crazy.
But that's how we was. That was how we was groomed. To have a good time. So it wasn't. I didn't have to know you. Like you knew Tone. You come in the door with us. 30, 40 of us going in the door. I'm gonna sit at the back. I'm gonna make sure everybody get to the door. Then when I get in there, I'm gonna go to the bar. I don't want to wait. So I'm gonna tell the bartender, come and get me and get everybody at the bar. Here. You know what I'm saying?
So when I started,
when I told you, said me and my niggas in there,
and not paying attention who at the bar.
Hey, I swear to God,
not paying attention who at the bar, who in the line with us. We just trying to get in, get situated, and I'm trying to make sure everybody else having a good time. So you gotta realize that a lot of dudes had the static came from this nigga came in and bought my girl drink. I was trying to get up on this girl. I was trying to buy. He done made it hard for me. You know, I ain't thinking like that.
I'm just moving. Man,
I ain't about to wait on. I'm gonna get all them at the bar. Here, I'm gonna pay for everybody's stuff. Give me that and give me my bottles.
It was more to lighten the mood up. Like let's just get this rolling.
Get it rolling. Let's turn this shit up. But then they had a whole little sweep situation or whatever, and shit start kind of, you know what I'm saying, like calming down or whatever. But y'all music started to pick it back up. You know what I mean? We'd be in a rink. Boys just be, you know what I mean? And then, the East Side come with their shit.
Yeah, they did.
After ours, you know what I'm saying? We got everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? It was just a time, bro. Like, this shit was crazy. Y'all definitely had, we was happy. I was like, man, something from my hood, like, bro, what we bang that shit.
We
out.
started
the radio
doing,
played that shit.
But I shared the platform, man. I started. If y'all, I don't know, if y'all was a little bit younger, but I started doing like celebrity bashes, man, where I bring 106 and Park celebrities on top of the year, first event of the year. We gonna turn it out. You know what I'm saying? So the celebrity bash, we was the only artist in the city that was able to bring the whole city out.
Y'all was one of the Mecca.
And I put artists on. So all the artists before me that ever made radio, I put them on the stage with us. And there's videos of that. DJ Danny got a lot of that. So you know what I mean. When we put them on, everybody that was on the radio, everybody had a hot song. Y'all gonna go and then we gonna end this thing. And so we all be in there together. For everybody from the east side, west side, you know, wherever they was from, didn't even matter. Right. We all in the club together. We was probably the only guys, man. True story, man. We was probably the only guys that was able to go to Bentley's, man, and have all the east side, Post Road, all
right.
Say, West Side, Howville. That's what I'm screaming at. So
you hear me?
It changed the narrative about where you was from, what you was representing, because it just made everybody feel good. That we was kicking this door open. We was kicking this door open. We on national magazines. We on national TV. We MTV, BT, VH1, On Demand. We on Ozone magazine. We on Street Fame. We on all the magazines throughout the Midwest. We the hottest guys coming out.
That's wild.
You know what I mean?
Now. You go through that time. During this time, because I want to jump to kind of like the business side of stuff. Was the game dirty still? Like crazy? Like when people was trying to sign y'all or trying to throw y'all into different type of deals and stuff like that. But then what also got you into the whole? I know you said you had some real estate stuff, but getting into Mr. Dan's and going that route.
Well.
What connected those?
The music deals was they throwing you music.
Okay, so
like what deals?
So you got to realize we came in at a time when the era of the 360 was just coming out, right?
Right.
So when 360 was just coming out, Drake was coming around. Drake making music off mixtapes and all.
Yeah.
Like Wayne, they was getting deals off mixtapes. So I got offered all that. So I got flew out to the Grammys. I took all my guys. I've been in the studio with Hov. I've been in the studio with Rihanna. All these guys, because the people I was knowing, just meeting through our little run, right? So the industry is still today the industry.
Yeah.
Don't nothing change but people titles. They go from label to label, or a lot of the guys that was running the labels or the A&Rs, they the new guys that you see at 300 Empire. You know, so but still backing them is Warner Brother.
Right.
Sony.
Same
the
shit.
Big guys. They just taking their hands off because they able to do more and get tied in the brands that they can't be involved with on the bigger level. So Warner Brother can't be supporting drilling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They did an in-between, something there.
So you got rid of a lot of A&Rs. These A&Rs started management companies and / small record labels. And nowadays, these people that's signing these guys, but the hands were still the same hands. You can't, it's only a couple ways to get in the industry. Either you're going to just have a hot song like we did that they got to put you in, you still going to get blackballed a little bit, or you got to touch these hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just what happened with any business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's one of the biggest deals you say y'all got offered that maybe y'all turned down?
I turned down everybody because I had money.
Gee, what was they giving you though? On the papers, what was they trying to ink y'all at?
My biggest deal I was getting ready to do was before I left for a little bit. It was a multi-million-dollar deal with Mazay and Sony. So basically, I was getting me and Deborah Anthony, like auntie, I call her auntie, realest person you want to meet, man. Her and guys like I had a lot of guys I met in the industry, Rec One. Tony Neal, he run the whole core DJs. I had these relationships. They was all supporting and backing me the whole time. And these got like, so Rec One is kind of like DJ Khaled, and Tony Neal's kind of like a DJ Khaled, but they don't get talked about on that platform. But these guys make things happen, right? Yeah. And then here I am getting Deborah Anthony. You see what I'm saying? So like now I was finally getting a deal where I have a label deal / artist under that deal too. So to go first. Right. So you was about to hear the remake and redevelopment of Dope Boy. I'm a Dope Boy, my song. I had that with 8 Ball. So they was getting ready to put, that was about to be my second single back out. It was already bubbling in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So they was ready. They like, yeah, he the Midwest Ross at the time. Right. Gucci, he the Gucci, you know what I mean, in the Midwest. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so 808 Mafia gave me like 35 beats. We start working on the album immediately.
808 cold too.
Right. So you hear a new intro that I put out not too long ago from an 808 Mafia. Cut the lights off, cut the mic on, like that California kiss get in your right zone. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. I had like, they gave me like beats right then and that day because we was ready to seal the deal. So I came back and started working on my album immediately.
Yeah.
So they was how many?
But I turned down like 250, 125. These was just signing bonuses.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so you heard Coach might have talk about on air. I seen him put us out something where he actually talked about something that was just in the industry on how you can go #1 or put the money in the right place to go behind your song. So back then, to get a #1 album, #1 song, you spend $250,000, it'll be #1 all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And I was told this then. They was like, but you didn't already got in the industry.
Why would you
slid through?
Yeah.
You spend the money on your second album, they gonna have to give you millions to sign you.
Yeah.
So I had already gave me that. So I'm looking at them like, what? Like, what you mean? And it was certain people that you had to spend that money with to do it though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was big wigs.
Right.
To push it through
right.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Push it through the mainstream.
Coach K kind of gave that game out, and a couple other people gave that game out. Like, you can get a #1 record, you spend the right money.
Right.
It's gonna cost you.
But you feel like it's like an M today, huh?
It's actually better now. It's actually better now because
because of the streams and shit.
The stream, the internet platforms wasn't around. Like, it wasn't accessible.
TikTok can make something go.
You can have a studio in your room now. Like, back then, we had to go to where the $1 million boards and get the right person to mix it down right so it can go on radio. Like, you actually have a better opportunity, a better chance to get bubbling today. Now mainstream.
You can drop your own shit and it just starts snapping. Like he said, off of TikTok, off of TikTok, whatever. Like, they Instagram, like, damn, wait a minute. What I'm saying?
A lot of all these, there's so many platforms now.
What's it called? Trilla or whatever available. It is. Yeah, they be, I mean, boys be booming off of that. Like, and just like that, bam, now they in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's wild. Yeah. So like you said, you had to go sit down for a second.
Yeah. Okay. Let's stay right there for a second.
What did you kind of learn from that? First of all, how long was you gone again? And what did you kind of learn from that? And then from there, you know, it kind of seemed like you got more into the business side of stuff.
Nah, like, you know, it's like anything. Like, failures don't, I wouldn't even call it, it's called lessons. Don't define you. You know what I'm saying? Your losses, your failures, none of that defines you. It's only what you still remain to do, and only what the people gonna speak on. Nobody remembers that. You know what I'm saying? Because I still look like I looked when I was out here then. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing changed. I'm still the same person. You know what I'm saying? I'm still moving like I move. I still got the same smile.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, none of all those lessons that you go through in life, that's all exactly what they are. Only thing people gonna remember about you is what you doing today.
Yeah.
Now.
100%.
You know, all those things I did before them was just a path to still remain and be right here, right now, having this conversation to say, hey, I got some jams to give, so y'all don't make the same mistakes I made. You know what I'm saying?
That's love.
What's one of those? Give us maybe 1 to 2.
You still didn't tell us how long you sat down, though.
Yeah, how long did
it was
you
like
sit
5.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Nickel.
Yeah.
So
still too
long.
You
gotta realize,
way too long.
No, it ain't, because I needed the rest.
Oh, you feel like you needed to sit down?
Yeah, just think, from 15, 13 years old to 30, 33. No hiccups.
Running.
No hiccups.
Right.
No hiccups.
You felt like you was invincible?
No hiccups. Not one. Be everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that we was told that never would happen.
Yeah.
So that run was more than any.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a wild run.
Like, you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And we were so young at it. Like, I was seeing guys like way before me, like his dad, and a whole bunch of guys that was legendary I got to see the mistakes that they were making with what they were doing. So I always one of them people that sponge. I take small pieces of people and apply it to myself.
Exactly.
See myself with it. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I do. I talk to him about that all the time. That's how because you can take certain. It can be people that you don't even mess with.
It don't gotta be bad people, shooters. Like I always explain, it don't matter who they are. If you see some type of quality that you can take and apply it, man, you better take it. Like you know what I'm saying, or open your mouth and ask, "Hey, how you do that?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like on hand game.
Yeah,
100%.
Real life. Yeah.
What's one of those mistakes though you feel like you made or did you feel like you made any mistakes in the music industry that you feel like
I didn't take the deals? I had it. You got to realize I'm running around with the son of Warner brother. The son, you know what I'm saying? He's married to MIA at the time.
Dang.
We were hanging out in New York, like me and him. Like I'm walking around like this street nigga, like, and he hanging with his they parents is multi-millionaires, and the kids I'm hanging with. So. And I'm just looking at myself like, what the fuck? Ain't nobody gonna believe this. I'm going to underground clubs in New York.
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to the vice president's daughter and shit. What the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how I get here, and you would never know it because these kids was running around tight jeans, messed up Chuck Taylors. And they millionaires. Sons, kids are billionaires. And I'm hanging with these type of people. Like they offered me to get an office in Warner Brothers for $250,000. To be on the main floor to use all their tools to run my label. Like I was cool with dude. His name Ben. Son named Ben.
Shout out Ben.
So Ben married to my MIA. Y'all can look him up.
Hold up, man. This is the son of the owner of Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, the son. I'm hanging with him. I call him right on the phone and pick right up. Like, oh, what's up, Fresh? I'm like, you in LA? You in Miami? Where you at right now? You in New York? Like, yeah. Shit, I'll be out there like running to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. But I was meeting people throughout the whole industry. Before I took Nappyville, and we was down at my house in Houston for like 2 weeks, right? This one, my mama bubbling here.
Yeah.
We don't even know. We don't know, though. I got Nappyville on the road. Now my whole label on the road down in Texas, though. And we sit right next to the door. Drake he ain't popped yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, when we leave that situation, we bubbling. He get on the tour bus with Wayne. This nigga the next hottest. We like, nigga, we was just sitting in the studio next to this nigga. Like, so you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that was always happening, man.
Yeah.
Throughout my whole run. And some of my guys on BMF, like, I was around, so I seen Jeezy whole thing, and like I seen the whole era revolving.
Yeah. Was you and Coach K like tight back then? Like during that time where he was kind of in there and sitting in there with Jeezy, and Jeezy kind of
Coach had already been. He had already
Gucci.
been in Atlanta for a while at the time when all this is happening with us. And so the biggest thing for when I get done with all the labels, when I got took into the Grammys, they was like, why you ain't with Coach? Like, why Coach ain't getting, like, y'all everywhere.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna really speak on a lot of that, but what I would say is, like,
question that I had,
I was probably supposed to be in P. I was probably supposed to be in P, but like we was getting there, like just before I left.
You feel like that?
He man, because I was talking to him like that. I was asking him, like, because he was already had been behind Jeezy and been behind Gucci. Here I come.
Right.
Like, hey,
what
I need to do? All right, just show me the way. I got the money. I got $200,000-300,000. Like, shit to spare. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, which way should we go? And we was sitting down where he was picking up them cars, and like he really, like, it got to that, like, where I could call him, and he was like, yo, Jay, pull up on me. Let's go eat lunch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like before I left, it was that. So I don't know what that would have been had it matured. You know what I'm saying? So I would have probably been P. It could have been a peace situation with me.
Yeah.
I had what he had to back whatever I had going on, but it wouldn't have probably went so much of Atlanta.
Exactly.
It would have had a little nap in there. The door would have been kicked open. But you know what I'm saying? He was already been there, and he had just lost Gucci, and he was getting, he had just lost Jeezy. His pickup rebound was Gucci.
Yeah. I remember when that happened.
Gucci was doing that crossover.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of that crossover, and Coach was getting that bag back. You know what I'm saying? He started rebuilding him because he had all the learning lessons with Gucci.
Right.
I mean,
with Jeezy.
Yeah,
and that's how they kind of that got kind of ugly.
So yeah, I hear. You know what I mean? So but that's what it's like with the houses and the properties. Everything's a learning curve before you get great.
Exactly.
Before you get good.
Say that again,
before
bro.
you get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? So you know
Facts.
what I'm saying? Like everything's a learning curve.
No, for
You
real.
gotta realize we put a book out at this time. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know nothing about no book. In the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? My brother wrote a book, man, and this is like number 2 book to Jay-Z book, first book in the prison system.
Damn.
But we don't know what we got. So not only was we making hot music, we got a hot book. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, which is
that's
out now, called Friend of Foe, DL.
Check it out.
My brother, man. Check it out.
That's
man.
hard. So G, so how you feel like? Let me ask you this: all this shit going on, all the different experiences that you got, and being able to see how stuff develop from artists, from just culturally, you know what I'm saying, in the city. How you think Nap really bust that door open,
man?
Like, can you foretee that happening? That it
like
turned into like a Detroit
shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, the talent is definitely here. The talent now is above and beyond in that. I ain't gonna lie to you. You got Fresh Does It. You got Lil
Exactly.
E. You got Debo. You got
Debo. You got Paris.
Swole.
You got so many.
Kitty. All these talented. It's so talented, man. But they getting it. I feel, this is my personal opinion, they get in their own way a lot of times. And they don't, I talk to all of them, but we ain't never sat down and did the business. What you got to realize is that I'm probably the only person that crossed through the industry, the gate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got the gate, and I had Ladina with me, and I had, you know, a lot of these people that conformed the ways with me. You know what I mean? Ladina Leak Magazine was my manager. We bubbled up together, like, you know, she was just starting. You know, cover of the Leak, gave them niggas something to talk about. It just, boom, I was already on front cover of Ozone too. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got to realize, you know, y'all got to get to the gatekeepers and call people and, hey, get them alert. It's you got to realize, let me just give you the math. It ain't no different than the league. You got a million people trying to get through the door. Only so many people that's going to get through the door.
Right.
Y'all got to start building relationships with each other. It's like a union.
Yeah.
And that's in everything. Just seeing 42 Doug just bring everybody on stage on this platform. That's what I was on. That's crazy. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I wasn't just keeping it to myself and just making it a West Side thing or a Harvard thing. I was for the city. I was for people to see our culture, see how we live, see how we move, see that we get money. Like when I was moving around going to these cities and how we was moving, they was shocked. Like, y'all from that?
Yeah.
Y'all driving this? Y'all looking like that? Y'all getting money? Like it was like they couldn't believe it. Like it was going on. How they thought about the city was going on. Like, and then I'm putting the music out and I'm talking that shit.
Yeah. At the same damn
talking
time.
That shit. I'm making it. And that changed the narrative. It wasn't all about the life stories of, man, motherfucker, that's cool. Everybody had that under their belt. But that we was talking about making it.
Yeah.
Like, nigga,
getting there.
You know what I'm saying?
Get to it.
75,000 no more.
For
you
real.
Know what
Fly
I'm saying?
shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fly shit.
Put the
you know
whole
what I mean?
city on like PD. You know, like we was acting and living out this. And you got to realize I'm having picnics, barbecues at the time, my pool parties. I got the whole city out. Ain't nothing happening.
Yeah.
That was God, of course, too. So,
Hell yeah.
But I got West Side, South Side, North Side. Ain't no fight. Ain't no gunshots rang off in the clubs.
Yes,
and none of my events, none that I ever would have made the news or anything like that.
Yeah.
We was balling, having a good time, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Bringing it out.
Cause I just feel like, bro, because you just get that family vibe. Like I think that's what it is. You damn near like certain people shit you come to, you like, man, if I do something goofy here, I look like the goofy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's out of disrespect for who that person is and how they really is.
Right.
Like, that's bro. I'm not gonna be on that shit here. I don't even care if I see a motherfucker I don't fuck with.
It's too many women in here.
This is bro shit.
Like, you
Exactly.
goofy, like you in here trying to fight, bro. It's a club full of women.
Yeah.
In a blizzard. My last celebrity bash party, man, it was a blizzard, man. Super Bowl weekend. It was a blizzard.
And that motherfucker was fat, wasn't it?
Wall to wall.
Boys getting in there, taking off the furs.
Real talk, like so Mike Epps had a party at the time, and like he left his party, shut down, came to ours. Said, man, y'all got it sold up. Come and do Conseco with me.
That's
how we got on Conseco at Super Bowl party. We was on everything during Super Bowl. I performed, me and Tone. We shut the city down. I had every car pulling up. We had 10 cars outside. We was looking at all the basketball players that was getting signed at the time was hanging with us too. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shout out to Aaron Gordon and all those guys. Like they was all like around like these like we was when we pull up in the city, it wasn't no discriminate though. Like it wasn't like it was broken off.
Yo.
It was everybody. Like so all the basketball players used to get money, we was getting on. We made the regular niggas feel good because I was getting money, all my guys was getting money, but we shared the love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and so we turned up for the city. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't know who was part of my crew.
Exactly.
It's 50 niggas was, you don't know, you just thought everybody was eating it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't sectioned off
separation.
To make nobody feel no way.
Weird.
And the women just wanted to be down and party and have a good time. They knew they was gonna have a good time.
100%.
They some player niggas. They ain't on that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we always had relationships with the security. Security was happy to move us in and out.
Right.
Nah, we got them.
No, they
like,
gonna do it. They solid.
Who with you? Like they ain't in here on that. Like
we know that.
Not to say things didn't happen.
Yeah, for
things,
sure.
You can't avoid
certain shit.
Hate ass niggas. Like some shit just unavoidable. But it was handled. It was quiet, and we moved on.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of guys didn't like Tone. You know what I'm saying? like I didn't know who was kid, but we was riding. Like we was riding. And you gotta realize, like, I didn't even mention this other kid that was part of our crew that's hot now, Mark Battles.
He's the baby. I'm going to his shit on Sunday too. You going?
He the baby. He was the baby behind us. So
you going to that Sunday?
Yeah, I'll probably pop out, man. I just kind of be like me now. Like I'm just kind of like I've always, one thing about me, like, I've always been a humble dude. You can approach me anywhere.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like people don't know that though, like because the narrative that people push. But that's if you done wrong or try to bite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course, I'm something different, but like that ain't how we meet. Like I'm very approachable. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like man, I stay in my lane though. Like I don't really like now. I really don't. I ain't popped out in. I got on tour when I popped back out. I was on tour 16, 17, me and DJ Daddy.
Right.
Moneybag. Okay. We was on First Federal Run. I toured with him, then I got off and went with Jeezy, then I went with Future, YFN and Lucci. You know what I'm saying? So I just jumped back off like I gotta get back to my business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
Talk to us about Mr. Dance, man. I mean,
don't mess with that, bro.
Yeah. But how you get it? Hey man, honestly too though.
This is a whole segment. That's the 52 segment.
Right.
That'll be our 51st segment. That's a whole segment.
I know, man. But just to wrap it up, man, shit. Rest in peace to my pops, man. That was his favorite. Hey man, listen. Cause my daddy over from Riverside and shit, right?
Oh, okay.
Over there on Dexter.
Yeah.
I'm from Cross 16th. You know, motherfuckers used to talk about me. But it's cool, though.
Me too.
Yeah. From 16 and 10.
I'm 19 and 10.
16 and 10. 16 right there. I school 90 and all that. And he'd take me a couple years. I'll go to the Riverside camp, right?
Yeah.
And when I tell you, every day when he'd come and pick me up, he'd either have Jordan's chicken. I'm talking about every day. Every day. Like, I get into the car. I mean, first week, I'm like, damn, this fire. Second week, I'm like, all right. Third week, I'm like, come on, nigga. God damn, you know? That was that. He had a run like that. Only other run that I remember, bro, outside of that is Mr.
Damn.
I'd be like, hey, Pops, what you want to go? He'd be like, I kind of got a taste for one of them burgers at Mr. Dan.
You know he was going for it. He was trying to
I'm like,
wiggle around it. He like,
fish chicken and Mr. Dan's. That shit is crazy.
Listen, bro, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
How I look at it, man, is let's talk about it. Like, so how I look at it, like, it's only coming in Nap. It's like going to Chicago, man. You gotta, even you ain't never had Hurl's chicken.
Yeah.
You gotta go see Hurl, right?
most definitely.
Yeah.
So, ain't no way you can come to Nap and not get no Mr. Dan's.
Right.
Longs
You got to stop
Bakery,
that. Right.
bro.
Longs.
You know,
My
just
wife-
certain things. Just
Hey.
certain things you
You got to go experience.
You gotta go experience.
Go and see
You
what's
for
up.
your own self.
I did
and have
it.
your own
I
opinion.
literally said that when my wife was she from Cali when she went to Purdue with me, but the first time that she came back, kicked it with us here.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, you gotta go to Mr. Dan's
That's
though.
like
We
going-
gotta take you over to Mr. Dan's
Yeah,
and
that's
shit.
like going out there to Cali. You got to go to Roscoe's.
Exactly,
Like, bro,
exactly.
it's just
And
a
she
signature
felt it
shit.
though. She was like,
Just
oh,
check it
okay,
in.
And I'm gonna be honest and tell y'all before I get in the story. Like, I didn't live in the South. We didn't party and being all over, right?
yeah,
Late nights, Atlanta, Miami's, all that, right?
yeah.
Ain't nothing like a Mr. Dance, bro. I know Mr. Dance can work in any city because of how we do the food and it's cooked to order.
Yeah,
It's fresh.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Ain't no sitting food. Ain't no progress. Ain't no. Everything's cooked right then and there. So it take a little bit of time, but when it's done, it's the closest thing to you doing it at the crib. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you just came out
and
with
you-
a. Then you have a.
We got a Waffle House.
That's what
yeah,
it is.
yeah. I saw that.
So the waffle. So the house is like the most popular. One of the most popular. It's 5 sandwiches, man. That's really. I mean, I'm gonna just go say outside the burger, it's the breakfast sandwiches.
That's the one that I used to eat.
Breakfast.
I ain't never
sandwiches.
get the breakfast.
But
boys.
see,
I
late
just seen
night
on the
joint?
burgers.
It's
I never get
it's
the
almost like a double love because you can get the burger with the
With the
egg and the bacon.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
Nah, that breakfast
You know what I'm
sandwich, G.
saying?
I swear to God, I used to go to that boy every late night,
listen,
bro.
man, I
What?
gotta be careful, bro.
I
Like
was
I had
just
to
I'm
make
getting hungry
myself
now.
it exists like the food ain't there. Cause I mean, from the chili dogs, the coney dogs, this is real
Them
meat.
boys is
Our
too.
chili is water winning, man. We won like 12 years in a row, like best chili.
That's
That's
wild.
nuts.
The
Chili dogs
tenderloins
is
is 10 inches. You know what I'm saying, bro? These burgers is 5 to 6 inches, bro. Cooked to order. You cook,
Okay.
we cook it, we grill the onion, we cook it how you want it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So who you feel like it would be your competition?
ain't none. I mean, they try to
Ain't no-
compare
ain't
us
no-
to.
ain't
They
no-
try to compare us to these other places, bro. Which I'm not gonna name on my
G
platform.
you
In and
biased?
out,
But we not a smash burger.
right?
We not a
Which
smash
is like
burger,
which is In and
I'm gonna
Out.
tell you what smash burgers are. In and Out.
Yeah,
No, exactly.
Five Guys,
Five Guys.
Steak and
California
Shake,
burger.
California burger. We not that,
Yeah,
bro. Like we not a
100%.
smash burger. We cook just right.
Yeah.
We got our own seasoning. So
I
that's
feel
what
like
really
y'all
make
stuff
Mr.
is
Dan.
more
So
the
our
culture,
chili,
though.
Our chili, our seasonings are our own. You can't get them anywhere. So like, if those guys or any of these places, like these other places, they don't have that, they're not Mr. Dan's. I'm the only Mr. Dan's in this city.
I did see some other ones where I was like, is that?
Yeah, we took we franchised that back in 10. I think it was like 10 and 09 when I was open on Fall Creek.
Okay.
We franchised out for a while and then we took them back.
Damn.
So the only existing Mr. Dan's is one's here, and I got one in Anderson
Oh, okay.
that I run. That's more of a club.
Damn, G, man, you gonna do a partnership with us?
Hey man,
I
we
was
need
in
to
the
talk, bro.
Mr. Dan's.
We
what's
need
happening?
to talk, bro.
Man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what this is the thing? Like, you talking about a brand, man,
Oh.
that I just been able to be a part of. And shout out to the old man, Dick Hallshire. Like, he just he kind of handed me something, a family jewel, man. Like, this thing been in their family like 60 years. Mr. Dan's been around since
Oh,
1940.
word! I didn't know that.
Damn.
Yeah, the father used to own Mr. Dan's in the wake up gas stations. That's why they was always at like gas stations.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know that.
That makes sense.
It was
Swear I
16.
know that.
It was like 16 to 20 stores back then, and we owned,
okay.
they owned the double brand, so they had Mr. Dan's and Charlie's and Barney's.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
I got some history for you, man. The daddy
What?
used to own wake up gas stations. If you know your moms, your grandfathers, and them, they wake
Yeah,
up gas
they know.
stations.
They
was
know.
up.
they know.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so it was on Holt Road, outside. That's how you seen Bush Stadium over by Riverside.
Yeah.
Like, that's where Mr. Dan's was. They was close to like truck stops.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Cerberus, the Cerberus used to be a Mr. Dan's. Still shaped like a hot dog in the side. Yeah, real talk.
That's right.
Legendary.
Man, G, what the hell is next, man?
Man,
What's next, man?
So me, man, like what I've been focusing on is the brand. So if you see I got the vest on, man, I am. I'm gonna go on and announce it on here and drop y'all the first jewel of it. Yeah. I'll be dropping my last album. I ain't gonna say my last album. I'll be dropping the album this summer. Damn. The label was rebirthed, man. We coming back, you know what I'm saying? So MBE.
It's back.
Oh shit.
We back, man. This summer, man. We dropping all the music, man. I got music with everybody. I got music with Gotti, Boosie, everybody, man.
Ooh.
2024, summer 2024.
When it coming?
Unreleased, really not unreleased because it never got pushed, bro. I got so much music. Goldie P, Goldie Patron, Tone. Everybody from the label will be on there. And then it's probably gonna be. I'm gonna have a little bit of everybody, but I'm gonna shoot a lot of visuals too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's the key nowadays.
Like just for the city, man. Like the city, I just think it's a time. Like I ain't. I'm gonna just say this. I had Motion 16, 17, like, and that was like big. I jumped right on a tour, one of the biggest tours at the time. Like, and I got off because I got off, and I just felt like it's just been that. So it's kind of like, okay, let's show them how to get it. Let's go on and drop drop. You know what I'm saying? And I know I got a few hits, and the rap then turned up a little bit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely.
So I done got a little bit better at the craft. You know what I mean? But it was work for me. It wasn't never easy for me, man. Right. I always needed Tone. I always need GP. I always needed Swifty. I always needed Riddles, man.
Yeah.
And then like the new kids that's already doing it, they're a part of my crew too, man. So I'm looking at a few guys to sign into. Some new guy. I ain't gonna put it.
Don't say that now,
but one of my little guys on. So under Monkey Boy, we got Gorilla Gang. So like Fresh does it, man. Like he already a platinum artist on producing. So like that's I took him on the road with me when I seen it in him. I just couldn't do nothing with him at the time. Yeah. Before he even got the platinum album, but I seen it in him.
Right. He was just around.
He reminded me. I had him on the road with me, so he got to see how it operates. But he reminds me of Riddles, Swifty Gift. He produces, he can rap, and he's energetic like Tone. Like I'm like, damn, this kid, he next. Yeah. And I be damn, I called it out. He a platinum artist, you know what I'm saying?
That's how it be, man.
Yeah, so when you got talent like that, and it's probably so many guys in the city doing big work that y'all never really speak on but it's a bunch of them, man. Guys, all our guys that work with Wyclef and all the man, like kicking it with these dudes and hanging around these dudes, and we all work together. Like, but it's just time, man, for us to go on and kick this door open for real, like, because we're gonna fall through it,
man. Yeah, I think we
gotta push the culture. We gotta push the culture, man. Everybody gotta do it together, like with these podcasts, these platforms. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody.
I feel like that's what they did in Detroit, bro. Yeah. I think I ain't even trying to say that they was first or whatever it was, but like they was all split like this, but they all just said, you know what, man, fuck all that.
All the East Side, West Side, they wouldn't even, because they ain't got nothing to do. But like when it comes to the art and the craft and the culture,
come on,
who gonna know about us if we don't tell the story? If
we don't come together.
And they put that on for the city, because everybody else somewhere else, somebody down in Atlanta don't know your hoods in Detroit or what y'all got going on in there. But shit, y'all going,
man, these dudes is doing legendary stuff too, like Scooty, Swole, man. Like these, it's so much. It's, bro, I can sit here all day and talk about it, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna just be honest and say, man, like for me, it's just good to see all these branches from my tree, falling off. So like, you got the Mark Battles, you got Napper Nothing, you got Nappyville, Rockstar and filmed everybody in the industry. Mm-hmm. He's doing movies, he's doing stuff, virtual reality. He's like, this kid, man, listen, bro. But I had him back then. I seen this then. The video that y'all see that went national, we was just playing with the camera at our picnic, our annual barbecue. We didn't ever know it was gonna go national. I'm gonna be on MTV.
Right,
I was in the top 5 with Jay-Z, Drake.
I remember that.
Everybody that dropped at that time, Wayne, they all dropped albums. We was in top 5 for like 2 weeks. That's how we got on the majors.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Because the city was pushing numbers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we was
like, that's our shit.
You can still do it from the city,
and it
though.
still
like,
turn up right now in the day.
Right.
Everything going on right now, ain't no reason why I shouldn't be on a platform or the label. Because when they play that, they gonna see the city come together.
Just come together,
It ain't
bro.
about where you from.
For sure.
They gonna see everybody.
That's a swag service in the city.
It's like it's no different. 100%. Like you play some Bun B, some GG.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's 100%.
And dude represented.
Yep.
Did good representing what we are.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So who ain't gonna stand behind the brand? We just ain't gonna push no narrative, no corny shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That don't
can't go that way. Can't go that way.
Nah. We say how you what.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't go that way now. We can't. That's the one thing that I don't want to happen is the corny shit just to get through the door.
We gotta push. We gotta push our narrative. So nat.
Yeah.
Like how we move, how we talk. Not nobody trying to be like
nobody else.
A Memphis dude, Atlanta guy, a New York guy, Cali. That ain't us.
Yeah.
For sure.
And that ain't what everybody already done heard that. Yeah. They can tell it ain't you.
Bro. And look, dude, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. Like wherever we go, I knew I was different and wasn't even trying to be. And I should have rolled it out, but when I felt like I was gonna ride it out and be the artist, because I ain't no fucking artist, man. I never was an artist. I get money. I should have just rolled it, because I think I would have been and kicked the door open.
Yeah.
I would have took the label deal, got on the label, used their money to put Tone and all them on, and we would have just been there.
Yeah.
I went thinking, I was like, man, I ain't taking that $150,000, man. I got that. I got that on my arm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I had an arrogance when it came. Like we gonna just keep doing what we doing. That's why y'all know who we are.
Yeah.
I'm on red carpet events. Listen, man. The dude who tried to sign me after Coach was just as big as Coach at the time. Oh. His name was Blue Williams. He was Outkast's manager and a couple of rock and roll bands manager. He had already sold like over 100 million records. I took meetings with him for 2 weeks after the Grammys. I flew right to New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you how unimportant it was. I missed my appearance on 106 in Park, and then I just turned around and brought 106 in Park to my city. That was G shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like nigga, I missed it. Like I got up that day and they was like, nigga, you supposed to be at 106 in Park. I'm like, damn, my car Ready Rock. I'm like, nigga, I ain't gonna make it. I said I'm gonna miss my flight. He like, damn, G, well, I'm gonna go on there. Ready Rock was on 106 Park, right?
Right. Yeah.
Shout out to Black too, DJ Black. He was behind the scenes too. He was helping a lot of people do stuff and get on them type of things, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just bring them to Nat and let everybody see 106 in Park. Yeah. I brought Roxy and Terrence to Nat. You know what I'm saying? For my celebrity badge.
That's hard.
Hey man, that's hard, man.
God damn it.
Hey, legendary shit like we told y'all.
Real.
Y'all gonna hear some real
shit, man.
I swear to God. And that's what we about. Coming up All-Star Weekend, man, you know, we definitely got our event. If you can step out, if you're not doing nothing, definitely slide through. Because what we really wanted to make it, we tried to get Coach. We haven't really fully got to talk to him.
He's a good dude.
He was in Africa and stuff like that. But, like, you know, we really wanted to make it, like, revolving around Nap. Like, everybody, we ain't tripping. Everybody from outside the state and all that stuff can slide through, but when they get there, they feel it's a Nap vibe. Right. You know what I'm saying? But a dope Nap vibe. You know yeah, exactly. So,
because you got to realize it's like it's so many, everybody on a good platform doing great things. And back then, like doing what y'all doing or doing what I do, you stood out, right? It's dudes like we got a guy behind the scenes right now. He touching major people that people don't even know because he's not singing a song where he's not a rapper, but they'll walk right past him and he got contact.
Most definitely.
You gotta open yourself up. I mean, we gotta start putting people in these rooms to see how we can collectively make the city grow on art.
Yep.
Yeah.
With this art, you got so many people came from Indiana, and we can't just keep putting it on them like Mike Epps and
Fox,
Michael Jackson,
right. Well, what's happening right now? Where we at right now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like where we at right now, where who got what going on, and hey, let's get behind him. Let's go ahead and push this narrative.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
It's hot 100%. Right now. I think he represents us good. Like everybody on board. Like, all right, cool. We got to become our own gatekeepers.
Yeah. That's how Atlanta did it.
Yeah, that's the same way, bro. Listen, bro, no matter where you go, man, like we was sitting down back then with around the same time. I was just telling you, it's so many stories, man. I was sitting down with my main man, which is Gucci producer, Zayto, right?
Yeah.
It's my guy. We sitting in his mama basement. I might have a video somewhere because I'd be around these dudes and we'd be filming. I would never put it out. But
Yeah.
he's sitting there telling the whole story of how Gucci used to come to the studio and just stare at the ceiling and stare at the floor for hours, right? When they made So Icy, he didn't even have the chain. He said, man, he just walked out the studio and said, man, I'll be back in about a couple weeks, right? He said, Jay, when he got back, he had this money, he had these 2 chains. We like, shit, we on, you know? And So Icy took off at the time. But at the time, what he was saying is it wasn't even a record. But so just think about that. Like, he said he got up that night. He said Gucci and all them would call him out of bed to come and make music, middle of the night. He had 6 hits in 1 year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just rolling up, getting out of the bed in the middle of the night, going to the studio, fucking with them. So I tell that story to say, like, we don't never know what the next is.
Yeah.
We got to stay on that path, grinding and doing what we got to do
Keep
as far as
putting
our
that
part.
work in.
Far as our part.
Yeah.
Play your part.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Most
yeah.
definitely.
Gee, well, goddamn it, man, we appreciate you coming on this motherfucker, blessing it. We just touched over half a century, man. That's one to go to that next 50, man. That's a hell of an episode. Man.
Hell of an episode. Hey, I appreciate it.
Naptown. This
No
for
question,
the city
man.
right here, y'all.
I'm glad y'all
Definitely
had me
for the
out,
city. And man, I learned a lot today
Hell
about
yeah.
the city and the history, like shit that I definitely didn't know. So, man, you know what I'm saying? Like that, but I'm just saying though, like it's
much
a
history.
rich history here. It's a
Yeah.
rich history
No
actually. It's
question.
not just a history. It's a rich history here. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we appreciate you again for coming on.
No question, man.
Make sure y'all check the episode out. Make sure that y'all share, subscribe, and comment. Let us know how we doing, man. You know, we trying to take this thing to the top. So, you know, we definitely, again, we got the event next month. All-Star Weekend Friday, 2 to 6 brunch. It's gonna be lit. You know, we definitely
y'all
gonna
gotta
have some
tell
folks
y'all,
in there.
man, y'all like one of the first guys I really, outside of Ladina, we didn't tap into a lot of stuff like we did today, but to get an interview out of me, man. So,
That's 100, man. We appreciate you.
I've been
Love
saving
that,
them
dog.
up, so I'm out now. I got
Man.
a couple more guys I got to get back. I'm about to get with Fly the Creator, one of them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and start telling the
Fly's my
story,
guy,
man,
yeah.
because I think it's important for the culture. I think it's important
is.
for people to ask me questions about what's next and how to move forward.
Yeah. Shout
what I
out
mean?
Fly too. That's my
It's
dog.
important that we know that, you know, and the
Yeah.
city know that and how it happened, and then, you
Yeah.
know what I mean, that keeps shit moving forward.
No
Absolutely.
question, bro.
That
Like,
information.
and then like, I feel like that's one of our biggest stops right now. The younger guys is not getting with guys before them and asking.
Yeah.
Simply, they don't have to take it in. You don't have to, take what I'm telling you. Do your own homework on it. But
Yeah.
man, hey, don't do this, don't do that. Hey, you need to call this person.
For sure.
In. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't recreate the
easy.
wheel.
So you won't bump your head and waste money.
That shit
Yeah.
needed. Yeah. See, straight up, man. So, nah, man, shit, we love it, man. Real Naptown episodes, I keep saying. So, like, share, subscribe. We do got that event next month. It's going to be crazy. And, yeah, this year, man, we really going to take that pod to the next level. We done already got our stuff on Shade Room. We already got it, made it to the Breakfast Club. We're going to continue to keep pushing it. And we appreciate y'all for rocking us shit for 50 more. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
get it.
So,
Side of it.
that's what I'm screaming.
Hey.
Go check it out,
Let's
Mr. Dan's Hamburgers, man.
Most definitely. We appreciate you. Just like that.
We out.